just to know you, want you. So I come close, I want you, want you. Can I tell you something?
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emma Babes, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to another video. So guys, in today's video, I'm here to explain to you what is the difference between studying in China, in America, and in Angola, guys. So first, let me introduce myself. 你好，大家好，我叫艾玛，我今年15岁，我在中国长大出生，还有在那里上过学，大概是从幼儿园到小学6年级。然后因为疫情原因，我就到了我妈妈的国家，我是安哥拉，然后在那待了3年左右，然后从安哥拉就来到了美国，这就是我的小故事，好吧。Eu tenho 15 anos de idade, eu nasci na China, cresci na China e estudei na China desde a creche até a 6ª classe, e por causa do Covid eu tive que voltar em Angola e fiquei para acho 3 anos e depois eu estou aqui nos Estados Unidos. E essa é a minha história. Espero que vocês gostem do vídeo. And yeah, here we come in English. Hi guys, my name is Emanuela. I am 15 years old. I was born in China. I grew up in China. I started schooling in China from pre-K until grade 6. And because of COVID, I had to go back to my mom's country, and we stayed there for like 3 years. And now we're here in USA. So that was a little bit introduction. I know all my friends that know me and see those videos, they're gonna be so surprised I am speaking Mandarin, because I barely speak Mandarin, but I found out that I really have to, keep speaking it so I don't forget. It is what it is. So first of all, I will literally start with China, because it's the one that I'm more used to it. It's like my first language. So it's where I am more used to with the schooling and everything. So I've been to China like since I was born, and I go to my mom's hometown country like during holidays, like summer holidays, Christmas, we are going back. But yeah, that's where I used to live. And China is a very amazing country. If you really have money and you really want to go visit country, I recommend you to go to China. You can go to where I was born, which is Guangzhou. There's more foreigners in it, but where I grew up, it was in Ningbo, Zhejiang. It's like more calm down, and everything is better. And yeah, I really like China so much. I am planning to go back when like it's the right time. So I'm gonna tell you the difference between like studying in China, in America, and in Angola. Because in Angola, I was only studying in a international school, international and private schools, and which were only in English, because I'm not really good at Portuguese. So yep. So schooling in China, it's separate. I won't say in university because I'm not yet there, but I'm gonna say from pre-K until grade 12, so you guys will understand. Pre-K, I don't know how you guys works there, but like here it's like kindergarten, and it's 3 years. And after that 3 years, if you are like 5 or 6 years, yeah, because I entered in grade 1 with 5 years, because my birthday is in December. Like they had to put me in grade 1 because of some situation, but I was supposed to like, yeah. So yeah, you have to have like 6 years old so you can get in grade 1. It depends on the month you were born with. It's similar with America. So then you start grade 1, right? Primary school is from grade 1 to 6. And middle school is from 7 to 9, and high school is from 10 to 12. This is how we make it. Even in Angola, it's the same thing. It's like primary school is from 1 to 6, and middle school is from 7 to 9, and high school is from 10 to 12. But here in America, it's kind of different. What I noticed, it's like primary school is from 1 to 5, and middle school is like 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. This is in America. 6, 7, 8 is middle school, and then 9 to 12 it's high school. This is how you guys do it. Which anyway, yeah, I'm just explaining the study system, how you guys work, and now we're gonna go with the time of starting school. So I was in China in a public school. I went to a public school and a private boarding school. So those are the two types of school I've been to. Even in kindergarten, I was in a private kindergarten. So in kindergarten, they will teach you basic English and a lot of other stuff which are very nice. And you go early in the morning, like around 8 until you get out from the kindergarten. I think around like 4 or 3, yeah, between this time zone. And yeah. So in from grade 1 to 12, I mean from grade 1 to 6, which is the primary thing, you start school around 8. Like, yeah, it depends on the city where you are, but the one that I was studying in, you start around 8. So 8 o'clock, your first class, which means you have to be in class, you have to be in the school like 7:50 or 7:30, because they really don't play with time. It's just like here in America too. So you start 8 and you have like 6 class a day. And each class you have like a 15-minute break, which I found out that here in America don't have break. Yeah. So how you do is like your first class, right? After the first class, you have 5-minute break. Then you have the second class. After that class, you have 10-minute break. And the third class, it's the longest class in the morning. And after the third class in the morning, you will have a long break, which is the 30-minute break for your lunch. And after the lunch break, you gotta go back to class. Like, yeah, you start school like at afternoon pad, and you start the first class, second class, and third class, and you are done. This is for the day. So it's basically like 8 hours in a school or 6 hours between those two. I'm not really sure, but this is how I studied in China during the primary stage. And mind you, I was in like a primary school from 1 to 3, yeah, and 4 I went to Angola. There was something happened with my visa and something like that, I don't know, but I went to Angola. And then I stayed there like for a year, and I was schooling there in a Nigerian international school, so it was English. So their system is pretty similar with China one. So let me explain to you how was their system, okay? So their system was like this. You start school around 9, which was late. I used to like it because you start school around 9. And I was in grade 4, so I don't know. Yeah. I was in grade 4, so you start school around 9. You have like the same thing. I think 6 class a day, 6 to 7 class a day. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's 6 to 7 class a day, and then you have like the lunch break. Everything was pretty the same. It's just that they do terms, and in China we do semesters. Yeah, in Angola they do terms. Yeah, in the whole country they do terms. I don't know other parts of Africa, but I know South Africa they also do terms. Namibia they also do terms. So yeah, this is the 2 countries that I know. Angola, I mean 3. Angola, Namibia, and South Africa, these 3 countries they do terms. So Angola do 3 terms, Namibia 3 terms, South Africa 4 terms. And yeah. So it was pretty much the same thing. And let us go back to how I was schooling in China. So in China, they start teaching you English when you are in grade 3. So they will teach you basic stuff like cat, table, those basic stuff. And going on, they would be adding up. So the English wasn't too hard for them, and most of the Chinese don't really need English. I don't know why, but yeah. So this was like the public one's experience. We have our own uniform. As a public school, we got uniforms. Like every part of China, as a public school, you got uniforms, which in Angola is not the same thing. In Angola, in public school, you don't really gotta pay anything, just some activities. I think it's common for every public school, but they call something bata. Wait, I will put it here. It's like something bata. It's like white thing that they put like for daughters. This is for the public schools. So in China, they literally give you uniform, like they give you uniform. And in America, just wear your clothes. Like you wear what you want to wear to school, depending on the school. Because this school that I'm going to, I see people wearing whatever they want. But as me like researching it about it, right? You have something called like dress code. You can wear, I don't know, but there's something called dress code. Oh my god, I'm so nervous filming this video because I know maybe a lot of comments is gonna come up to me, but I'm just saying about my personal experience. I'm not saying that it is supposed to be, oh, it is what it is, because I'm just saying about Texas, because I know in America it's like every state has their own law. So yeah, I'm just based on Texas, like where I am right now. And about the China is also based on where I was born and my experience on where I have observed everything. And yeah, in Angola it's just the same thing based on where I've been. That is my personal experience, what I'm explaining right now. It's not like, yeah. So let's go on. What else do I have to explain? Oh. So in Angola, which is, I don't know about other countries, but in South Africa and in Namibia, they study whole day, which is you start in the morning and you go back home around, 3, 4, yeah, 3, 4, around there. But in Angola, it's quite different. How do they do? So I don't know if it's in Portugal they do that too, but I'm gonna research it. If they do that, I'm gonna put here. But if they don't, yeah. So what they do is that if you're from grade 1 to, let us say, grade 5, right? No, grade 1 to 6. Yeah, the primary stage. If you're in a primary school, you only study in the morning. What I mean in the morning is that the class start from 6 and end at 12. Yeah, you heard me. The class start from 6 and end at 12. I think you only have 4 classes a day, and that's it. And if you like grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it's the pains. It's the pain. Sometimes they're going to put you in the morning term, and sometimes they're going to put you in the afternoon. So in the afternoon, it depends on the school, but most of the schools start at 1, so that you can like have the 1 hour period. So they start from 1 to 4. Yeah, they start from 1 to 4, and that, it's done. And for universities, I don't know that much about university in Angola, but what I know is that they also study half day, and there are people that also study at night, which start like around 6 to end like 8 something, if I'm not wrong. This is something surprising for me because I never grew up studying like that. My study schedule is always from the morning to afternoon. And China, we start school depending on your grade. Depending on your grade, yeah. If you're a primary stage, you start school around 8 to end around 4. Yeah, the school I was studying in, I start around 8 to end at 4. But if you study in a middle school stage or in a high school stage, you start school around 7:30 and to finish 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 or 5. Because there are schools that finish at 5, there are schools that finish at 4. So really depends on the stage, but it's around that schedule. And in America, middle school start at 8, 8:30 if I'm not wrong, and ends at 4. And high school start at 7:30 and end at 2:45. So I was asking myself, why do we finish school so early? Like, it's literally 2:45. Because we finish school like around 3 or 4 in China, no matter if you are high school or middle school. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. These are the hours. 3, 4, 5. They will never let you go at 2. Like, we're still schooling. Like, where are you going? But it is what it is. I'm talking about Texas. So if you're in another stage and it's not like this, it's alright. It's totally okay. Because I'm talking about Texas. I'm talking about Houston. I'm talking about where I am right now. I'm talking about the whole America. Get my point. Watch the video into the end, okay? So you get everything what I'm saying. So a lot of people be asking me about racism and everything. So China is not a racist country. It's just that people growing up are surprised. They're not like in America. America is a white people country. But then they came in the black and, and now it's a mixed country. But China, no. China is literally for them. Like, it's literally their country. So when they see some black people, they're like, oh, how do they do your hair? Oh, your hair is this, your hair is that, your hair that, your color and everything. So they kind of surprised, but they know racist, like telling you, okay, you are black, you can't enter in my restaurant, or you are black, you can't come this, you can't do that, you can't do that in my country. No, it's just that they will be very surprised with it. Sometimes they'll be taking pictures of you and be like, oh, how did you do your braids? Oh, do you wash your braids? Oh, are you the king of Africa? Oh, are you the daughter of the whatever. In Africa, they think Africa is a country or something, like, or an island or something. I do not know who teach them geography, but anyway, in America, it's just, you black, you black. Like, there's nothing surprised about it. It's just that they always come to you and be like, are you African, because of your accent? And that pissed me out. Like, that pissed me out, because what do you mean, am I African if I get an accent? Like, because they don't. Let's just move it, okay? And so what things that I wanted to say again about studying those three countries is that in China we are very strict with mathematics. We do not use calculator until you are in 10th grade. Yeah, we are forced to memorize the timetable. We are forced to memorize the 1 times 1, 2 times, so we are forced to do that. They're really strict with mathematics. They don't play with school. Yeah. And what I've noticed in America is more like, if you want to study, you study. If you don't want to study, whatever. Because they really got a lot of opportunity for people to work. If you have a high school diploma, it's okay. Like, you can work properly. But not in China. In China, you have to have the university diploma. You literally have to get that degree to have a properly job. Because if you don't have the degree, it's over. You do not have a life. Trust me. Even whatever content creator you want to be, but you got to have a degree. You have to have a degree in something, major in something. That is how your life is going on. Apart from that, you are nobody in China. In Angola, it's just, Africa. Africa. It's just like study, and a certain point, save money and go to another country. But yeah, I'm just telling you guys my experience, because people be asking me, how is it studying in China, how is it studying in USA, and how is it studying in Angola? So I'm giving you my personal experience about how I study in those three countries, and I'm still studying in America, so I don't know much thing about it. I don't know everything about it. I'm just telling you guys the small thing I know about it. Yeah, and I think I forgot something. It's about the boarding school that I have been to. I went to boarding school when I was in grade 5 and grade 6. Yeah, those 2 years I've been in a boarding school. So boarding school in China, I don't know about others, but my boarding school was a military boarding school, guys. Never go there. Never. It's Ningbo Guanghua 学校 because 学院 it's for university, 小学 it's for primary school, and 学校 it's for like the school itself. And yeah, guys, my boarding school was kind of strict. We used to wake up like 5:55 and we go run. The camp, we're gonna run like 10 laps, and then we're gonna go breakfast. After breakfast, we have to be in class 6:40 something and start our class. Before starting our class, we have to read the book. Like, every day we're reading, and then start the class. And if you've been to boarding school, you know what I mean. It's just, yeah, it's not what you think. Like, it's never what you think. Like, I had a very high expectation on boarding school. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be far away from my parents. I'm gonna be freedom. There's no freedom for you. They're more strict than your parents, okay? But you learn a lot, and you'll be closer to people. And I found really, really nice friends in boarding school too. And yeah, making friends. Oh, let me put you something. So growing up as in an African family, right? Because anyway, in an African family, I learned that when you see people, you greet people. Even in Angola, like, you see people walking around, maybe you'll be like, oh, boa tarde, tia. Oh, boa tarde, tio. You see, right? Just the respect. You greeting there. But in America, you don't greet nobody. You do not greet nobody. Like, just pass. Like, I'm not forced to greet you. You're not forced to greet me. Like, we don't. Really? Like, and plus, making friends in America is hard. I think especially in high school, it's really hard, because in high school you will see seniors, juniors, sophomore, freshmen. They all have their problems, their depressions, whatever. Nobody wanna like go to make friends with you. And Yeah, you yourself, if you really want friends, just go for it. Like if you're like a cool person, you're a chill person, and in class you're always funny, people just come out to you and start talking, and you become friends. But if you expecting you as a new student, and you get into class and everybody will be like, oh hi new student, how are you doing, what is your name, forget about it. And plus, we don't really have a specific, you don't even know your classmate properly. It's not like in Angola or in China. You stay inside your class and the teachers come to the class, right? But in America, is you rise up and go to another class to have your class, and then you rise up again and go to another class. Like the class is for the teacher. You are the person who comes to the class. But in China, it's like the class is yours. The teachers are the person who come to your class. So you don't really know your classmate properly. So because you may see some classmates just at the first 2 weeks of school year, and the rest of the year you don't see them. And you might see only some classmates that only come on the finals. Yeah, yeah. And that's it. I think that's so. About the finals, I didn't know about this. So in China, okay, we make a whole ceremony. Let us say that for finals, like we have first semesters and second semesters. So at the first semester, it's not really that important. Like we call it 期中考试，有期末和期中。So 期中 it's like in the second semester, and 期末 is like when you want to go to another class, like go to another year, go to another grade. When you go to 期末，所以期末考试是非常重要的。如果你不通过期末考试的话，你就是整一个月这样会过去。So what I say is that 期末考试 it's very important. So if you don't pass, you're gonna repeat the class. So 期中 it is important, but it's not that important. So basically what happened is that we're gonna study, and then there's gonna be a period of time like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, which is just gonna do revision for the 期中. And 期末 it's gonna be, and yeah, this is the thing I have never spoke before. So 期末考试, so this 期末考试, this examination that we're gonna do right at the end of the semester, at the end of the school year, it combines the things that you learned in the first semester and the second semester. So mind you, if you change school, that is going to be a headache for you. And plus, you have to really study hard. So all this revision paper that they give you in the first semester, you have to keep them with you until the second semester, because if you lost them, okay, no problem, but you won't pass the exam, because it combines like the whole year, this whole school year, whatever what you learned, that determines if you're gonna pass or not. So here in America, what I found out is that there are people that don't need to do finals. Like you just exempt, and I'm like, okay, so you just exempt. Like when it's final, you don't do final. Like you just exempt from your class. You just be chilling there, and I don't know about other stage, but in the school that I go, we have block days. So in the block days, it's like a class is like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and I'm there studying, guys. I'm studying, but yeah. This is what I wanted to explain to you, and I'm sorry I haven't been consistent lately. It's been like a lot going on, but I will try my best to like post at least 2 or 3 videos in July, okay? But don't worry, back to school video, it's gonna be, we must have that video, okay? Back to school video, it's gonna pop out. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. 我希望你非常喜欢我在我的频道上面讲中文，因为我是一个非常害羞的人，特别是讲中文，就是这不是我的like I'm really shy to speak Chinese when it's like to public, to people， 但是我非常喜欢帮助中国人，对， 如果看到一个中国人不会讲英文，在美国的话，我就会哦，你是中国人吗？哦，我是中国人，我在这长大的。哦，我可以帮助你怎么说。And yeah, I know you guys will comment down below very much about me speaking Mandarin, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I speak Mandarin. And mind you, I was born in China. I have African parents. My dad is Nigerian, Igbo, and my mom is Angolan. So when you guys trying to ask me where I am from, I don't know. Just take it as you want. Take it as you want. Like, I'm not gonna explain to you, oh, I was born in China, my dad is African, or I was supposed to be Angolan, or I was supposed to be Nigerian, or I was supposed to be Chinese. I do not know. Just take it as you like. But I call myself Chinese. I'm a black Chinese. Because I know actually everything about China, as well as the black Americans know everything about American. The African American knows everything about American. So I call myself Chinese too. What is your problem? We got a problem? No, we got no problems. We got no problems. Love you guys so much. Stay positive. Stay positive. Love yourself. Don't let nobody put you down, girl, boy. You are the best. And yeah. Bye bye.